Hi there, my name is Amanda Browning and I'll be leading you through your stretch break today. So to begin, we want to make sure that we're starting in proper posture with our feet flat on the floor, with the knees at a 90-degree angle, closer to the edge of your chair, shoulders stacked over the hips. Let's begin with shoulder rolls. Now allow yourself to be dramatic here. Lift the shoulders, roll them back, and drop the shoulder blades into your back pocket. Lift, roll back, and relax. Keep moving in this posture here. Up, back, and down. You can move at your own pace, just so long as you feel comfortable releasing some of that stress and strain in our shoulders. One more time, and relax. All right, we're going to begin by stretching out the upper body, starting with our neck. So we're going to begin with checking our blind spots. So looking over each shoulder, draw your chin to your shoulder, looking behind the body on the one side, and then to the other side. Keep alternating sides here at a pace that you're comfortable with. If you feel additional strain on either side, feel free to hold there for just a little bit longer. One more here. Bring it to the center and rest. We're going to take our right ear down to our right shoulder, keeping our shoulders relaxed, adding our hand on top. Now be careful here with your hand on top. We don't want to feel like we're pulling down at all. We're just simply resting the hand on the side of the head to ensure we're getting the most out of the stretch. Keeping the eyes looking forward towards the horizon, hold here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All we're going to do from here is tuck our chin down, looking towards the outside of our knees. All we're doing here is shifting that stretch gently from the side to the back. Lift the head. Release the hand, come back to center. Let's keep it balanced and repeat that on the opposite side. Ear drops down to shoulder, creating that nice stretch along the side of the neck. We'll add that hand on top, again being gentle, holding here. Keep the gaze forward and continue to hold for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and tuck your chin down. Shifting your gaze off to the side of the knees, still stretching the neck. Lift the head, release the hand, come back to center. All right, so from here, still at the edge of our seat, we're going to reach the arms out in front, keeping them about shoulder height. Now from here, I want you to reach the hands forward. As the hands come forward, we feel the shoulder blades separate and the chin tuck. Come right back up into that seated position. Relax the shoulders and repeat. Reach forward, shoulder blades separate, chin tucks down, and back to seated. And again, reach forward, tuck the chin, come back to seated. Let's repeat that 2 more times. Reach forward. Allow the chin to tuck, shoulder blades to separate. Come back up to seated. Final time here. Reach forward. Tuck the chin. Round the back. And come up seated. Neutral posture. Brilliant. Okay. So what we're doing is working on moving our spinal vertebrae in all different directions. So from here, we're going to take our hand onto our opposite thigh, reach our arm up into the air. So to start, I want you to reach those fingers as high as possible, lifting the shoulder, almost skimming the arm against the ear. Now we're going to tuck that shoulder blade into our back pocket, creating that space between the ear and the upper arm. Now with that space created, we're going to reach over into a nice side bend, opening up the side body, creating space on the single side of our vertebrae. Continue to hold for 5, for 4, 3, 2, And lift to center. We're going to drop this into a seated twist. So taking that top arm, we're going to turn the body, dropping that arm either to the armrest of your chair, or if you don't have one, just the bottom of the chair is fine, looking over that back shoulder. So now we're taking the vertebrae into a rotation, looking over our shoulder here, creating those safe moves to prevent any further injury or pain. Hold here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax and bring yourself forward. All right, let's repeat that on the opposite side. So again, we cross that one hand over, holding onto the thigh here. Lift the arm up, and let's repeat that again. So we're going to reach up high, almost touching that upper arm to the ear. Now tuck that shoulder blade into your back pocket and create that space and reach over. The more that we consciously tuck that shoulder blade into the back pocket and release the stress from our shoulders, the more likely we'll be able to do it naturally as well, reducing that built up stress in the neck and shoulders. Continue to hold here. And lift that arm up overhead. We're going to drop ourselves into that seated twist. So noticing that the spine is still nice and tall, looking over the back shoulder here. A safe and effective twisting happening in rotation in through the entire spine. Hold for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Bring yourself forward. Let's take a moment here to do a stretch for our wrists. So let's start with a dynamic stretch. So we're just going to open the fingers, circle the wrists around in one direction. Dynamic stretching encourages blood flow into the areas that we want to stretch, providing those important nutrients to help reduce pain and discomfort. Try the opposite direction. All right, so we're going to do a stretch for our wrists. We'll take our palms straight out into a nice stop sign hand, and we're going to use our opposite hand palm to palm, applying gentle resistance, being careful that we're not just grabbing the fingertips. We want to apply that palm to palm motion. Gentle stretch happening here for our forearms and our wrists, creating just that 90 degree. There's no need to try and encourage the hand back any farther than this. Keep holding here for another 4, 3, 2, and relax. So releasing here, we're going to really relax the arm and let the fingers fall towards the floor. We're going to take that opposite hand incredibly gently, just placing the palm on top, and we're going to encourage those fingers down more to the floor, being extra gentle here. This is an unusual movement for the wrist, a great way to stretch, and reduce tension. Hold here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. All right, switching sides here. So opposite hand, same movements. Extend that palm out first. Using that other hand, we're going to apply gentle resistance here, encouraging those fingers up towards the ceiling, creating just the 90-degree angle at the wrist. Now, if that's still too much, if you're feeling any pain or discomfort, just go with what the body asks you. There's no need to be in pain. We do want to feel the stretch, but any kind of pain is not necessary. Continue to hold for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Now again, relax those fingers down towards the floor. Palm on top of the back of the hand. Very gentle on this one. Just starting to wake up the wrist and feel that gentle stretch right here. Continue holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Fantastic. Okay, sending the heel out to the front, flexing the toes. So we are starting to create that stretch coming up the back of the leg. So we're going to focus on our posture here. So shoulders are back and tall. We're going to tuck our elbows underneath our shoulders, resting the hands on our thighs. Continue to pull those toes up as we just gently lean the chest forward. All we're aiming to do is to create about a 90-degree angle between the thigh and the hip. Nothing more. You should feel this stretch pulling up behind the leg in through our calves and hamstrings. Always be gentle. You never want to put any pressure on top of your knee. So just above the knee on the thigh is perfect. Don't forget to breathe throughout your stretches. Deliver the oxygen into those muscle tissues. Hold here for 3, 2, 1. And bring yourself back up. We're going to take this same foot and we're going to cross our ankle over our opposite knee. Placing the hand on the knee here, gently encouraging it towards the floor. Ideally, we would get our shin parallel to the floor, but work with whatever range of motion you have here. Shoulders back, elbows underneath the shoulders here. You're just going to bring the chest forward again, just like with the calf and hamstring stretch. But on this one, we're really focusing on glutes, the hip, low back, and leg. Now for this stretch in particular, really pay attention to how it feels different side to side. Again, breathing the whole time, just bringing the chest forward. We want to aim to have a nice tall spine on this one today. Hold for another 3, 2, 1. You can relax. Okay, now let's repeat that pattern on the opposite leg now. So we're going to extend that heel out to the front, draw those toes up. Now sitting up nice and tall, place the hands on your thighs, elbows fall underneath the shoulders. You're going to bring the chest forwards. So of course, as the chest comes forwards, doesn't take long for you to really feel that stretch come in behind the leg. Draw those toes up, keep holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. All right, let's take that foot, cross it over the knee here, and just gently place your hand on your knee, sitting up nice and tall, elbows under shoulders. So again, see if you feel any different side to side. We're going to bring our chest forward, aiming to have the shin parallel to the floor. Now, if you're anything like me and you cross your legs while you're seated at your desk throughout the day, you might notice a difference side to side in how this stretch feels. It might feel tighter on one side. The stretch might be a little bit deeper. Just bring awareness to the fact that one side might not feel the same as the opposite. Take a hold for 4, 3, 2, and relax. Fantastic. Bring yourself up. Okay, so for our final stretch, we're going to come all the way up to standing. So standing here, you're going to need access to the back of your chair. We're going to do a nice stretch for the entire back. So bringing the chair out nice and far in front, slight bend in your knees. We're going to rest our hands on the chair as we draw our chest down between the arms towards the floor. So we want to make sure we feel that opening of the chest as we draw down into the floor below. The shoulder blades start to open, the low back gets a great stretch, as well as the mid-thoracic spine. One of my favorite stretches. So we're going to spend a little bit more time here. Every time you exhale, allow that chest to fall a little bit deeper to the floor. And release. Now come up nice and slow. Lovely. So from here, our final stretch, we're going to take our fingers pointed down, thumbs pointed out, and place those hands right onto the low back. Draw the elbows together as your hips go forward, leaning back at the top, feeling that nice support in your low spine. Come back to standing. Let's do that one more time. Leaning back, support that low spine with the hands as the chest lifts towards the ceiling. And come forward. All right. Thank you so much for joining me for this stretch session today. I hope you enjoyed yourself, and I look forward to seeing you again.